This episode is presented by Mandalay Bay. Make sure to check out WWE Money in the Bank July 4th weekend at MGM Grand. That is going to be a monster pay-per-view. And please, you always have to check out the Las Vegas Aces. They're scheduled to take on all their opponents at the Michelob Ultra Arena in the Mandalay Bay all summer long. And Mad Apple is the newest Cirque du Soleil show, open in New York. Is a high-flying, acrobatic, music, dance, comedy, and magic show celebrating the city that never sleeps. Guest and experience the show Friday through Tuesday, 7 to 9:30 p.m. performances. We'll see you there. We got another big one today. Great episode.
This one.
Once again, we're putting ourselves in harm's way on the line to bring you a great episode.
For sure.
We have absolute WWE megastar, one of the nicest people in the world, one of the biggest TV personalities in entertainment business, Alexa Bliss, Lexi Kaufman. Welcome to the show.
What's up?
Well,
how are you?
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here.
So if you guys don't know, this is your bachelorette weekend.
It is.
Are you excited, or are you more excited or more nervous?
Both, because I'm not a big partier. I didn't really plan on having a bachelorette party, and then my fiance took matters into his own hands and contacted my friends and said she's having a bachelorette party. Go and
take her away.
Take her away. Make her have a good time, and it'll be interesting. I'm excited though. It'll be very interesting, especially knowing how his first bachelor party went and his second one this weekend as well. So it'll be
the
fun.
photos and videos will make it all worth it.
Oh yeah,
you're
100%.
going to get some classic content on this trip.
Oh, we have a photographer that's with us too.
There we go.
Specifically designated to, because I didn't want everyone living through their phones all weekend.
Sure.
So I was like,
Good
enjoy
call.
yourself, because a lot of my friends are new moms or busy with work all the time. They don't really get to let loose. So we have our photographer Adam with us just to document everything, so no one is not enjoying the
That's a
moment.
genius idea.
It is.
To be honest with you, if you're coming out here for a bachelor party or bachelorette party, you should definitely get a photographer for
it's a
all
little
of that.
bougie, and that's not normally my style.
But that's
but I
Vegas.
figured
That's
it's
Vegas.
a good-
Paparazzi following
it's
you
a
all
good
the time, yeah.
reason.
As long as you
It's a
sign
good
an NDA, like, sir, I get of all
I
the
get to see that.
photos
See all these edits before you launch this.
You get to send
For
these out
sure.
to anybody.
For sure.
How many did you get last night? 2,000?
Yeah.
2,500
Yeah.
photos?
So
Good stuff
he's
going to
he's
be-
having his bachelor party at the same time you're having your bachelorette party.
His second one, yes.
Second bachelor
Yes.
party.
The
Wow.
2-for-1 special is nice.
His
That's
first
a
one
good
was
deal.
in Cancun, and it was so funny too, because any of our friends that have mentioned like, oh, are you guys going to do your bachelorette parties together? He's like, oh my God, no. Like, you're supposed to be separate. You're supposed to have fun. I'm going to have fun with the guys. She's going to have fun with the girls. His bachelor party, in Cancun, he FaceTimed me every hour on the hour.
Really?
Oh, wow.
And then when I told him to stop calling me to just go have fun, he started calling my mom.
Oh, snap.
Okay, don't worry. I'll hit your mama.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah, he just wanted someone to talk to, and it was so funny. And I was like, stop calling me, go have fun with your friends. And so this weekend, I think we're both busy, so it'll be good.
There you go. That's a good question, though. Is it what's the right move? Is it together or separate? I say separate, right?
It's separate for sure.
Separate.
But then
Yeah.
he texted one of my friends saying, man, after my first one, I wish we were doing the second one together. Like, it'd be
Yeah,
so
because
much
you already
fun.
had one by yourself. That doesn't
Right.
count.
Yeah.
That's just a really nice thing to say. Like, oh, I would totally let you have my second bachelor party as a co-one. For sure. That's politics right there.
The thing is I feel like he would want that because he would make me party, because
Oh,
okay.
like
For
I have
sure.
to be like pushed.
You need a
into
motivator.
it.
You
Yeah,
need a coach.
I need a motivator.
A
Yes.
party coach.
Yes, 100%.
By the way, our side hustle is party coaches. So
Oh, well, there you go.
You want to hire us for bachelorette
Mental
weekend?
health.
Well,
Yes, for that.
we have about 16 women and one guy with us. So
Lo can let his hair down.
Stretch
I can
it
let
out.
the mullet flow.
Stretch
It's
it
fairly
out.
flexible.
Yeah.
we can arrange it.
Lexi, Lowe's the single one. He'll be there in a heartbeat. No
For sure.
problem.
Big entertainer guy.
Yeah. Or you need like the bouncer to make sure that you don't Irish goodbye.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm the
the
big.
dip
out?
I'm
Yeah.
really good at that.
The dip out?
Yeah. Every
Dip
Sunday,
Ma'am, get back to your table and have a good time.
that would be me. I'd be like, yeah, and then just like creep out.
We
just,
can't have
just
that.
get
The
away.
next prezo
Can't
would
have
come
that.
out and they'd be like, dude, where is she?
Yeah, I do it every single time we have friends over. Anytime there's a gathering, I'm not a very big social person, so I'll take my time, and I'll spend it, and then I just disappear. But all my friends know that that's just what I do, so they don't question it. They're like, okay, she's gone. That was it.
If you want to send us some selfie videos when it's actually happening, we can edit into this so people can
Perfect.
see. People
I'm
can
like
see-
creeping in the halls,
Yeah.
like
People
"So
can
I'm
see it before
leaving."
and after right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to party that hard. Yeah.
Yeah, I left everyone on the record, and I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
Like, just like,
She
We'll
doesn't
see.
want us to leave, guys. She just needs her time. She's
Yeah.
gonna watch Disney Plus and hang out.
yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
respectable.
Little
Respectable.
pepper in never hurt
She's just
anyone.
in the
you know?
corner on the Wi-Fi. How's your Wi-Fi here? Is good? Perfect.
Yeah.
Good stream?
It's good.
Nice.
All right. Well, we hope you have a blast. Obviously, we might sneak up on you this
Oh,
weekend.
it's gonna
You
be
never
so
know.
fun.
But can we talk some WWE real quick?
Sure.
Let's get some history. How did you get into the WWE? Were you discovered somewhere, or did you try out, or how did this happen?
So I tried out. After college, I didn't want to adult yet. So
Respectable.
yeah, I was doing. I'd done athletic stuff my whole life: gymnastics, cheer, kickboxing, softball, track, and anything like you can name, I did it.
Okay.
My parents kept me very, very busy. After college, I was doing bodybuilding, and I wanted to get my pro card really bad. And I was like, I really want to be the youngest pro, like just a goal of mine. And right after I got my pro card, I was 19, 20, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I was just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Check that off the
Like,
list.
Over it?
yeah, because you have such a strict lifestyle, diet, workout twice a day, you know, wake up at 5 a.m., do cardio, lift, and then watch everything you eat every 2 hours, weigh all your food, do boot camps at night. I was over it.
I mean,
was
you're
like,
selling
Sure.
it really well.
yeah,
But
I was the happiest I have ever been.
Yeah.
No, it was very difficult lifestyle, especially because I had been doing it for 5-6 years at that point.
Mhm.
Right.
And my trainer at the time was like, well, I know WWE's having tryouts. And just my trainer, the one that used to be at Chippendale,
Okay.
he was like, I know WWE's having tryouts. And I was like, oh, cool. Because he knew I'd watched it growing up. And he was talking about, he's like, you know, you kind of remind me of like Trish Stratus. And I was like, oh, thanks. That's a big compliment.
Classic.
Yeah.
And so that day I went online to WWE.com and they were happening to do a diva search, and there's a link at the bottom of the page that says, do you want to be a WWE superstar? I said, yes, I do. I clicked the link.
Double clicked it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for
Yes,
asking.
yes.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was like the perfect pop-up. So I sent in a video, didn't think anything would come of it. And it's literally me in a bikini, because it said to be in a bikini to like show your body.
Sure.
Fair enough.
Or like show what you do. And so I'm a bodybuilder, so we always perform in bikinis. So I'm like, I'm Lexi Kaufman. I'm gonna be a WWE superstar. Like, it was so cheesy.
Does it make you cringe looking back at it?
Oh yeah, they played
Can we
it when
get
I
that
did.
video by any chance?
It's actually public because they put
We'll-
it on
we'll pull it
WWE
up.
backstage.
Right. That is at the notes.
It was the most mortifying thing they ever brought back up. I was like, oh my gosh. And I had like the Farrah Fawcett curly hair. Like, and I thought I looked good that day too.
There you
I thought like I looked good. I put extra spray tan on.
Right
I
before
had,
you
like,
hit record, you look one more check. Yeah,
Oh,
this is it. This is
I
the
had
one.
like
Look.
the swoop bangs with the one red streak in my hair.
Ooh.
Edgy.
I was feeling
Very
myself.
edgy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
Edgy.
like 19-year-old, 20-year-old feeling myself. So I sent in a video. It was the most embarrassing video ever. Didn't think anything would come of it. 2 weeks later, I get a call. They're like, hey, so we saw your video. You're going to come to LA. We're doing a casting call. We narrowed it down from like 1,500 girls to 50, and you're going to go to LA, and we're just going to see what happens. And I was like, oh, cool. I'd never been to LA before. I only went places that I cheered or competed at.
Sure.
So I didn't know what was up with LA. I walk in, and there's all these like tall, beautiful actresses, models, like all these things. I texted my mom. I was like, well, I tried. I'm 5 foot.
Sorry, Mom.
I think this was a mistake email they sent.
Yeah, I'm 5 foot, Farrah Fawcett hair, probably no eyebrows at the time because I overplucked them.
Sure.
Just not looking to par, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I walk in, and before you go in, they say something or do something that's going to make you memorable because you have to stand out. And I walked in, and it was a whole panel of people, like 12 people, 2 cameras on us. And then there was Triple H. And, you know, growing up watching wrestling,
course.
I was like, the first thing for some reason that popped out of my mouth was, oh my God, did you know you're Triple H? And he looked up and he was like, you're actually the first one to recognize me. And I was like, how? Like, how
Yeah,
is this
what?
like,
Really?
Did
Yeah.
you know you're Triple H?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, did
Just
you
wanna
know
double
that you're
check
Triple
real
H?
quick.
No,
Did you know that you're Triple H? And they said, why do you want to be in WWE? And so I was like, okay, say something that's going to like make yourself memorable or stand out. And the first thing that popped in my mind is like people like at American Idol, you know, when people are like acting crazy and stuff. I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So I was like, honestly, and I'm very dry sense of humor, sarcastic. I was like, honestly, I just really want to be Tinkerbell at Disney, and I'm hoping this gets my foot in the door. And he looks up, and I was just like, I'm totally kidding. And like, and he made him laugh and made everyone laugh. So I guess that worked. And I just talked about, you know, my knowledge of the business, you know, because my family grew up watching wrestling. Like my grandma thought she was going to marry Dusty Rhodes. My aunt thought she was going to marry Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like every Monday we watched Raw as a family. We'd get Donato's Pizza and just watch Raw. And my cousins always pretended to be the Hardy Boys and just all that stuff. And I leave, and I was like, well, I just talked their ear off for about 10 minutes straight. I was like, uh-oh. I'm on the flight back
Was
to
it all just
Ohio.
talking? They didn't have you perform or do anything? It was just
I
like
was
your
standing
personality.
there in a bikini just talking.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I would expect them to do like some kind of
Like a tryout, like
Tryouts,
a, like
yeah.
an
Well,
so
athletic
that was the
tryout.
next-
drop an
that
elbow
was
or
the next
something, you know?
Step.
Got it. This is the first rung.
This is the first run,
it.
and then after that, they chose girls to spend 30 days in LA to do an in-ring tryout,
There it
and then
is.
from there they choose 5 girls to sign to NXT. So and this was back how they used to do it, way back
Right.
then, like 9-10 years ago now. So I'm on the flight back, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll let you know if you make it to the next round of the tryout." I was like, "Oh, cool, awesome." I land, and they were like, "Hey, so you're gonna go to the next round. Congratulations! You'll spend 30 days in LA, and you'll train in the ring and all these things." I was like, "Oh, heck yeah, that's awesome." 2 days, like maybe like a week later, I get a call again. They're like, "Hey, so you're not gonna do the 30-day tryout?" And I was like, "Okay,
Crushed.
thanks. Like, appreciate it." They're like, "So you're being hired. You're gonna move to Florida in 3 months, and good luck."
Let's go.
Wow,
That was
that's
it, huh?
sick.
Yeah, like
Were you the only one who got that treatment? From
I don't know, and
Okay.
it makes me feel bad sometimes because I know a lot of people have all these different tryouts
Sure,
to
sure.
get to WWE, but you know everyone has a different story of how they got there, and you know everyone pays their dues in different ways. And I remember I walked in on the first day, and I was like, "What did I get myself into?" 'Cause I had never trained in a ring before.
Sure.
I had never hit the ring. I didn't know how hard it actually was. I didn't know how hard the ropes actually were.
Right, it sounds so
was
incredible till you actually have to do it. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
way in over my head.
Right.
I was way in
it.
over my head. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And my coach, Sarah Amato, at the time was just so incredible and patient with me. And it was, yeah. And ever since then, yeah, they got me at 21. Now I'm 30. Yeah. Been a roller
That's
coaster
You know what's
ride ever
crazy,
since.
which is kind of awesome too, though, is whoever made that decision was in that talent room went. She's a star.
Yeah.
And forget all this. Put it out there right now. Let's get her going. And look what panned out.
Well, I also heard too that I was actually the only one in that tryout that sent in my own video. Everyone else is like through casting agents, I guess.
Oh, so you
So-
went
Okay.
after it too. So
Yeah, so that's what I heard. I don't know how true that is, but I heard they're like, "Yeah, you were the only one that actually sent in your own stuff," and I was like, "Cool."
I feel like there's so much doubt for someone who doesn't have a casting agent or someone who's just by themselves being like, all right, am I really going to send in my video here?
Yeah,
Make this video. They're not even going to see it.
Not
Who
even
knows-
gonna open it.
Yeah, who knows,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
And I'm
then
actually going to
too-
get, and it's going to work.
And I was so intimidated too because all these girls were just so gorgeous and so tall and just like had that star appeal, right?
Sure.
They had that star quality
Right.
already. And then one of the girls that was there, I recognized because she had recently just beat me out in one of the competitions that I was doing for bodybuilding. And I
Got
was
it.
like, "Dang it."
she's here.
She's everywhere.
She's just
here.
fucking here, dude. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't steal my shine.
I was like, "Man, she's everywhere."
yeah.
That's right. You're flexing in the ring a few months later. That's totally fine.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
So then this happened. You got into WWE. The process started. When did like the Lexi Kaufman, Alexa Bliss, like road start to split? Really, like what's the biggest differences between on and off screen personalities?
Oh, as soon as I turned a heel.
Yeah.
Turn into a bad guy with Blake and Murphy. My first character that I ever debuted as was just me. It was me turned up. I came out, I wore a tutu, I blew glitter, I love sparkly things clearly. And that was
hasn't
me.
changed.
That was literally like, because like I said, I wanted to be Tinkerbell. And so that's what my character was. And I remember the writers, they were like, "Yeah, we can't write for this.
Back to the drawing board.
This is not relatable because no one's happy all the time, you know, and that character was just happy and like one dimensional. And so I remember they were like, "You're going to be a bad guy. You're going to join Blake and Murphy." And I panicked. I was like, I don't know how to be mean. Like, so then I just started remembering, you know, girls in high school and I wanted to be the girl in high school that, you know, girls hated, guys wanted to be with, but she'll break your heart, she'll break your neck, but you still ask her to prom, you know, like that
Right.
girl.
There we
And
go.
so
Yeah.
that was kind of really what I focused on. And I just kind of focused on the things that actually happened to me in high school. You know, like I was bullied, I was jumped, like all these things. And so I was like, what can I take from my personal experiences to turn into this mean persona? And then it became the most fun ever. It was so fun to have a different character to portray versus being me, because I know a lot of people are just themselves turned up. But I always attribute it to, have you guys ever seen the movie My Week with Marilyn?
I have not.
No.
Oh.
So good. So
On the list.
Wow, we really failed that fucking
Yeah.
question.
Really did.
Jesus, dude.
0 for 3 on that,
I
boys.
had you guys up here. but
Yeah,
no.
fuck me,
Yeah.
dude.
Three
got
on
it
that,
right back.
boys.
So in the movie My Week with Marilyn, there's a moment where she's walking down the stairs with this guy and she's just being herself, Norma Jean, and she's just walking, no one's recognizing her, and she turns to the guy and she goes, "Do you want to see me be her?" And then all of a sudden she starts walking differently. She starts carrying herself differently. She starts, she has this presence, and then people immediately start recognizing her as Marilyn Monroe. So that's kind of how I attribute it. It's like I become this person. It's not me turned up. It's I become this completely different person and this completely different character. And that's where the split really happened. And just haven't looked back since.
I think it must be fun to play someone that you necessarily wouldn't want to be in your real world.
Yeah.
And it's like a safe space to be like this wild character that you wouldn't normally be in your real world, but you can touch all of those pieces with like no consequences.
Yeah.
It's
right?
like putting on a mask and then just for Halloween and then just being someone else.
Yeah. But sticking with
But
it.
it's my face.
But it's
Yeah.
but over time,
But it is me still. Yeah.
But it's my face. Yeah.
Do you like have a moment where you like hype yourself up, where you like really move from like from Lexi to Alexa?
Yeah, I have this weird pacing thing. When I'm
Okay.
backstage, I just pace back and forth. And each time I pace, I just, especially when I was a bad guy, I just became meaner and meaner and
Just
meaner.
turns
and
up
meaner.
and turns
yeah.
It's
up.
like a
It turns
Batman
up.
like vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, whoa, that's so
Yeah,
sick.
it's fun. And, I do a lot of sensory work with my acting coach. He's taught me how to do a lot of sensory work where you can actually manipulate your senses because emotion is a consequence of your senses. So you don't just like cry on cue, right? You remember the senses of a situation that puts you in that space. So I do a lot of sensory work as well.
Sure.
Got it.
That sounded boring, but
No, it
No,
didn't at all.
it's
Have you guys ever tried crying on cue?
no.
It's like fucking impossible, dude. Unless you're like a really good actor or like you say, dig deep into
Sensory.
those sensories.
Yeah.
Come on.
because you
It's
can
like
make
impossible.
yourself, you can physically make yourself, if you do the right sensory work, you can make yourself sweat, you can make yourself freezing, you can make yourself cry, you can make yourself nervous, you can make yourself,
It's insane. It's
Yeah.
all it's like all up here. It's
Is
really
there like
wild.
one sensory trick that's easy for like a normal person like us to like try?
I like the visual sensory. So if you like close your eyes and imagine, let's say, so the first thing that my acting coach, the way he got me to cry was he told me to close my eyes, take a deep breath, and imagine my mom there, right? He said, feel her face and actually use your hands, feel her face, touch her cheek, give her a hug, and then imagine that's the last time you'll ever see her.
Ooh.
And that's what you're
Sheesh.
doing. Yeah, it was very deep.
Sure,
but
sure,
then,
sure.
But then I was like, what? And I just
Yeah.
started crying and just like uncontrollably.
Right.
And yeah, just there's ways to do it that's
Yeah.
quick, but it gets you
That's
there.
incredible.
When you've moved from Lexi to Alexa, but like before you actually go out on stage, are you like still hyping yourself up to keep that energy going? Because man,
Oh,
once you
yeah.
cross that threshold to where the fans are,
I get so nervous.
Really?
I get so nervous.
still,
Oh
That's
my- are you kidding
crazy.
me?
Yeah.
I get so nervous. So like there's so much anxiety, and then finally you go out there and the ring is the same size, right? So it doesn't matter how big the crowd is.
right?
The ring stays the same. So that's your safe zone, right? Just
Got
as
it.
long as you just get through the entrance ramp,
Yeah.
you're good.
What's funny is so we've asked like athletes this, we've asked everybody like what's that feeling like right when you step out and you just feel the roar, right?
Oh,
like
it's amazing.
like that's,
Incredible.
some people say that's some people have played in the Super Bowl and they said they've never seen anything like that. Or they've never been able to get back to that feeling ever again, right? And they've always been chasing that one feeling when they step out and go that first breath. Is
I
that
get
something
that
like
every
that?
time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because WWE too is always
It's
like this
always live.
huge
It's
production,
always,
right?
Yeah, it's
In every
always a
city.
production. It's always a whole, and we have such a passionate fan base too that there's always.
That's an understatement of the
They're going
Yeah.
ape shit, by the way.
Yeah.
Signed.
Passionate
Yeah.
fan base.
they're,
Yeah.
they're so passionate that they always are excited to see us, which is so great. Like no other think besides like the Super Bowl
Yeah.
Yeah.
does that ever really happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
for
they're
sure.
just so pumped up for each. So do you, when you're like those moments leading up though, you're still just like,
I'm so nervous.
You're nervous?
I'm so nervous.
but then once you cross that threshold, it's just like you're on.
game time.
and then
time.
it's not me, it's the character.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Just
That's
get
kinda
yourself to
cool,
the
though.
ring.
I
That's
love
it.
that.
How has like the character evolved over time? Like at the very beginning, you were a little mean, and now you're just mean as shit.
No, so I've actually been probably like 8 different characters now.
This most recent Alexa Bliss,
Oh, Playground.
yes,
Yeah,
has been quite insane.
it's so fun though.
Yeah.
So I took a lot of inspiration from that. The person that I was partnered with at the time, he helped me a lot, especially with the character development, and he gave me all these, inspiration. Wyndham was super awesome to work with and helped me with all of that. And then, I remember I always draw something from my personal life. So I remember I used to watch The Big Comfy Couch when I was little. The clown on the couch with her little doll. And so then that's where the idea for my doll Lily came from. And then the movie The Orphan, where the woman who is like 30 poses as a child, is kind of where I got the idea for.
The doll went wild, by the way.
Crazy, right?
The doll went wild. The doll went wild.
The doll is awesome. Lily's awesome. You know, Jason, who created her, I texted him one day and I was like, I want a doll. I was like, I want a doll. It looks like a child like scribbled her on a piece of paper and she popped off the page. And I was like, I want 3D teeth, button eyes. I want her to look like me, you know, like kind of like a creepy hand-drawn American Girl doll just popped off the page, and he nailed it.
That's sick.
It is pretty
That's
cool.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's also one of the highest selling pieces of merchandise out of all current
Yeah,
stars.
great merch collab.
That's
crazy.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
You must have killed it for Halloween. Like,
Oh my gosh, I've never seen so many just people dress up
really?
as me. It was
That's so
cool.
That's got to be cool, right?
It was so cool because
Like seeing people dress as you.
Yeah, and like children even, and they had the mannerisms, and you know, I find
The
it so.
mannerisms is
They
wild.
were doing my poses, they were acting like me, and it's so incredible not only to know that one, I resonate with people, but I resonate with children. That's what I love about, you know, WWE is that you connect with the fans on such a certain level, not only young and old, but it's just so cool. And I see, you know, videos of like kids reacting to my entrances when they're watching TV, and it's the coolest thing ever.
That's sick.
Yeah.
How much creative control do you have over the character?
Depends.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Depends on where the story goes. So, you know, the character itself, pretty free,
Yeah.
you know, but it just depends on where the story goes. 'Cause you have to adapt.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, to what exactly the overarching plan is of everything.
Yeah, you gotta tell a story.
How far in advance do you know where you are going technically?
Oh, not very far.
Not
Because
very far at all.
Well, you know, WWE
That's interesting,
is,
right? Like I don't
it's
like if you're in a
ever-evolving.
TV series, right? You understand what's
You get the
happening in the
script
series.
of
Well,
the
so-
flip-flop. Yeah.
That's what's fascinating about what we do at WWE. It's instant feedback. You know, people can't watch our
Right.
product. Like any other business you go to, you use a product and then you write a Yelp review, and then they go back and look at the Yelp review or any kind of review to see how people are feeling about their product. Ours is instant feedback.
Right.
For sure.
Instant
Right.
live crowd reaction feedback.
Just pivoting on what's doing well and what's
Yeah.
what like the dream is.
They're either
so
cheering or
cool.
they're booing.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
cheering or they're
100%.
booing.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that, you know, products that you get instant honest feedback.
Is the unknown for you exciting or nerve-wracking? Like not knowing like where you or your character or the storyline is going?
Because I love evolving.
That's
I love evolving.
That's
I don't
actually
like
kinda
getting
cool.
comfortable. I don't like getting comfortable with one character. I like to always keep moving and keep changing and keep evolving. Because I get very bored.
Right.
So I love to just keep going. So I love the unknown. I love not knowing what I'm doing tomorrow. And
It's like kind of like being in a movie and having no idea what the ending is going to be for your character and then just continuing
sure.
to play them. It's kind of sick.
It is sick.
it's so fun.
Yeah. But you get to control some of that narrative though, and along the lines of where and what and how you're acting. And I love the doll that you came up with that. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it was so random. I think we were watching like Righteous Gemstones or something. And I was
Love
like,
that show.
That's actually really funny.
Love that show.
And I was like, I really want a doll.
You never know. You never know where it's coming. Did you come up with your name, Alexa Bliss?
Yes and no.
Okay.
They gave us a list of different names that were approved, and my coach at the time was like, I like Alexa Bliss. And he was like, don't worry. If you don't like it, they'll probably change it when you get on the main roster anyway. So I was like, okay. And that was it.
And it's
That was
stuck.
it. There
and
you
it's
go.
stuck.
Stuck.
And it's stuck.
Okay.
And it did not change.
Yeah.
Stuck with it.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I like it now though. Like at first I was like, but because, you know, I mean,
It can go anywhere.
yeah, you can be named anything.
Yeah.
But-
That's the
Lush is low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's Low-alicious, actually.
Low-alicious.
Low-alicious.
Low-alicious. Okay, low.
Low-alicious, yeah.
Could you give a WWE name to one of us after looking at any of us?
Well, I feel like it's kind of like the same as like, you know, those quizzes on Facebook that it's like, what's
Which
the
one am I?
street of your,
Plug a random thing in,
Yeah.
right?
I feel like it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Sure. Silky Johnson was a good one for me. I like Silky,
Silky,
Johnson.
get
That was
out
like a
of
stage
here.
name. I was like, man, if I was ever going to take a stage name, Silky Johnson.
Really?
The magnificent
Yeah, get a
mullet.
nice little stash and just Silky Johnson.
If mine was street name and first name, I would be Hidden Meadow Jeff. That doesn't work.
Hidden Meadow.
Hidden Meadow.
That's
Jeff.
horrible.
Hidden Meadow was cute, man.
I need a right.
My fiance's is, and it's also his like fun name is Sir Peter Pants
Oh, that's fucking
because
great.
he
Peter
likes
Pants?
Peter Pan.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir
Oh,
Peter Pants.
Sir
I
Peter
like
Pan.
that.
Yeah.
I need to work on like we should come up with just aliases,
For sure.
just some stage names.
Yeah.
We'll work on this.
We have to.
Off camera, we'll work on this.
Yeah.
We'll have a
100%.
collab session over here.
Yeah.
You
That'd
can
be
be our
great.
coach. You can be our coach. Was there one big? Okay, you're going through the WWE, and you've really translated now to a megastar.
Oh, thanks.
Well, was there one big moment that was the turning point really in your WWE career?
Oh my gosh, of course. Whenever you win your first title, I feel like that kind of elevates you to a different caliber. So I remember when I first got on the roster, I was only maybe 6 matches deep on NXT because I was a valet most of my NXT career.
Okay.
And then when I had the storyline with Becky Lynch, TLC, tables match, won my first title, and I thank Becky a lot for being so awesome to work with, especially my first time really on TV.
Sure.
And she was awesome to work with and was a lot of fun. And I feel like once you hold a title, there's a lot to be expected of you, and you have to deliver because you never know, especially in WWE, when those opportunities come back. So you have to take advantage of every moment and treat it like it's your last.
I think, did you have any expectation like that was going to happen when you were going in?
I remember before my first year on the roster, my mom's like, should I buy WrestleMania tickets? I was like, no, I'm not going to be on WrestleMania at least for like maybe 5 years. And I was like, there's no way. And then I won the title and I was like, crap, you need to buy WrestleMania tickets because now I have a title match.
Yeah.
Like, you got to go.
Yeah.
No. I thought maybe WrestleMania once in my career, like maybe.
Sure.
That's incredible.
Do they kind of let you lead up the storyline before big WrestleMania? Like you let your mother know, like, hey, you kind of have to come to this WrestleMania, or is it kind of like a day before?
So
All over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucking crazy.
It is pretty cool.
Hey,
It
mom,
makes
you
it
fucking better
exciting.
be at
Yeah, by the way.
it makes it exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Do you have like of all of the pay-per-views? I mean, WrestleMania is just the ultimate pinnacle,
Oh yeah.
right? Is that
It's our Super Bowl.
Even though you're seeing all of them, is that just that much different for you guys?
Oh yeah. It's WrestleMania is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so amazing, and it's so incredible. Just a spectacle. Biggest one of the year. It's nothing like it.
So these big, huge pay-per-views, obviously, when the fans are watching, we're all watching it. Just looks so put together. Obviously, production for WWE is through the roof. Costumes, the entrances, everything. How chaotic and crazy is it backstage? Or is it pretty smooth?
I don't know. Sometimes it's either chaotic or sometimes everyone's just like ready to go.
Right.
It just depends.
Sometimes people are just out of whack, and sometimes it's just super easy.
Well, so like for example, there was one time where I was getting ready to go out and my gear ripped, and I was like, ugh! And, like I had to like go get it fixed real quick, like
Right.
things like that.
Got it.
There's
Those
little
nuances.
tiny mishaps.
always expect something to go wrong. Once you
There you
expect
go.
something to go
That's
wrong
fair.
and it doesn't, smooth.
Smooth sailing.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's fair. That's another question that we have is, can you tell us a time where things did not go as planned as they were supposed to?
I'm sure. Always.
Do you have a funny story?
Like in my head, it's like, all right, I'm supposed to throw an elbow, and
Yeah.
you didn't get the elbow. It was like I needed it, like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Like that wasn't supposed to be there. But all right,
Not
I'll
a
take
kick,
it.
got a bloody nose, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Or I missed that. Yeah.
So I do have a funny story.
Okay, there you go.
She'll probably get mad at me for telling this, but we might have to edit this out later. But so Ember Moon and she's actually one of my bridesmaids. She'll be here today.
Lit.
Awesome.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Sick.
We loved having matches together because we're best friends.
Yeah,
having
have a
matches
blast.
together.
Yeah.
And there was a time in Fort Pierce where she was supposed to do a crossbody off the ropes into the ring. And this middle rope had gotten loose. And so she went straight up in the air and straight down.
Oh.
And you see me go to catch her and I just go. I tried. And then I was just like, nope.
You didn't come
Not
far enough.
happening. You're flopping. All 5 feet of me, not catching you.
Yeah, we might
There's
have to
no
edit
way.
that out later.
Just
But-
smacks the mat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but just
You just roll with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you roll with it.
improvise.
On to the next thing.
I guess that's probably one of the biggest skills that you guys have to have is just being able to go with the flow when you're out there.
100%. You have to
And
be
stay in
adaptable.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
and not like
There's
just
no-
stop.
There's no performance, no entertainment like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Can you
not.
imagine getting back to the backstage and going, "You did jump to me. What do you want me
Yeah,
to
I'm
do?
sorry."
What do you want me to
Yeah.
do?" Yeah.
Whoops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you,
See you
now we
next
joke
week.
about it. So now whenever we see each other, we just go.
Yeah. That's the best.
It obviously
Because
worked
you
out.
see me look up and just go.
Not
no.
happening.
That's
Can't do
good.
Not happening. That's not what I'm here
I
for.
was too far away. I
Love
was
that.
like,
Is there something that about WWE that the fans just really don't know, that really wouldn't know yet?
I would say our schedule.
Mm.
We're constantly on the go, constantly, live events,
Right.
the non-televised events. We're constantly traveling, maybe home 1 day a week.
Wow.
Um,
It's like a
training
new
like
city every
crazy.
week too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
I
your
think just our
schedule all year round, 365 pretty
Yeah.
much?
All year round. Home maybe 1.5 days a week, and then you just keep going.
Really?
Show keeps going.
Wow.
Do you like it?
Love it.
Yeah.
You'd be crazy if you didn't like it.
Yeah,
and you
for
still did it.
Yeah,
you have
for
to.
sure.
I mean, sometimes you have an opportunity, right? You want to do it, but I think every other sport, right, has an off season or at least off.
Yeah, you
down
have a
times.
good 3. You have a good 3 months usually of off season and any
Yeah.
other kind of sport or
but
athletic
we
kind of
love it.
activity.
If
Yeah.
you're not, so here's the thing: like if you're not on the road, you're like, I should be in Nashville right now.
Yeah,
like
why
you're,
am I
you're,
not
you're,
on the
you're
show?
weird. You feel weird once you stop. You're just like, I should be catching a flight right now.
Right?
Yeah. How's the structure like? Going back to your previous bodybuilding days, how you talked about it was such a structured lifestyle, eating every 2 hours, weighing all your food. How is it living on the road and trying to be somewhat normal and as structured as possible? Like, how do you eat? Like, are you like on a diet? Like, how does it work?
So a lot of people are,
Okay.
and I 100% respect that.
But this is
But
A lot of people find time to regiment themselves, to go to the gym, pack their food, do all that. I tried that for maybe a week, and I was like, no.
also a lot of effort. Got it.
So I just, it's not in me.
Yeah.
It's not in me. I respect that people can do that, but I just, especially for doing it for so long with bodybuilding, now that I've experienced, like chicken tenders and French fries,
It's tough to turn down.
Never going
that's-
back.
You can't. I'm a French fry connoisseur now. That's
Okay.
the thing.
Ooh.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so now,
Do you have a favorite French fry?
yeah, what's your favorite restaurant?
Memories in Columbus, Ohio, or
Memories?
Butcher's Block in New Jersey.
Wow, very
haven't,
specific.
Haven't
Yes.
been to or heard of any of those.
Yeah.
Well, that's where you messed up.
I fucked
so,
up,
So,
no,
and that's
it's
2
so
different
good.
places.
You're the food
too.
guy, bro. You're the food guy.
And that's our food
I know.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
French fry connoisseur. So you're obviously blessed with an amazing metabolism then.
I thank my mother.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but of the big chains, like what's the best? Like McDonald's,
chains.
Jack's.
Yeah, are we like a
In-N-Out?
curly fry, regular straight fry, waffle fry,
Well, it depends.
sweet
So
potato
sometimes
fry?
You have to do. I feel like if you like In-N-Out, you have to do 2 orders: one well done, one regular. Mix them together, shake them up, because then you get a nice little mix. Because either they're too soggy or they're too hard.
Okay.
Wow, fuck us.
That's-
We've been doing this wrong the
We've
entire
been doing
time.
this wrong.
That's interesting
And we live
strategy.
on the West Coast.
That's
wow.
For the In-N-Out guy, that's interesting
I am
strategy.
an In-N-Out fanatic, by
Yeah.
the way.
That's got to be a thing. You got to go like, I want a mixed blend of fries, please.
Wait, you
Or
just
something's
order
gotta
that?
be-
Do they get mad at you when you order
No,
that?
so you order
yeah,
one
well
order
done.
fries,
two
and
orders.
then,
Got it,
yeah,
got
one
it.
order well done, and then just your mixins at home.
Wow, she is a French fry pro. Why don't you do some some French fry content going on? You know,
Yeah.
I
we-
love French fries.
a French
I
fry
could talk about
review
French
with
fries
Let's
all
Alexa
start
day.
that.
Bliss.
100%.
That's
Did
a
some
thing.
hot
French
Instagram
fries all
comment.
day.
That's a thing.
And so
Yeah.
now all my friends, even my fiance, are like, and someone's like, oh my God, they have the best fries. He's like, hold on.
Let me call Lexi. Let me figure this out.
Yeah, he's like, Lex, have you ever had these fries? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, what would you rate 'em? I'm like, 7 out of 10, and like,
You're the Dave Portnoy of French fries.
Yeah, can we get a French fry
Come
show
on.
going? Let's
That's-
do.
That's got to be it.
No.
Chef's kiss.
Chef
Yeah.
Kiss. Chef Kiss. Dude, that's a
Butcher's
thing.
Block in New Jersey, I think they fry them. They might fry them with a little bit of malt vinegar in them because they just have I love the crisp to oil ratio. So I don't like them too crispy, but I like them crispy on the outside, a little soft on the inside, not too much softness, but I also like when you bite into it and there's a little bit of oil, and you wonder, will I survive this meal? You know?
Mm.
You
'Cause
want
it's
to
a
little- you feel the
get
fat.
some
Yeah.
some
Feel
the
artery
fat.
cloggage in there, but
Yeah.
not too much.
Correct.
Just
And
enough
then
to know that you're
sometimes
eating
some
French
places
fries.
do a little too much rock salt on their fries, and then it takes away from the actual seasoning of the fry.
She said the crisp to oil ratio.
Yeah.
Step your
telling
foot
you.
in.
hot.
Yes.
That's hot. Yeah.
How are you not
Whoa.
doing food content? Let's
Yeah,
go.
that's
Do you
incredible.
ever want to do any content outside of the WWE stuff?
Oh, 100%. Everyone wants to, branch out and do fun stuff. But, obviously WWE is always home. But if it ever falls under that umbrella, like if my boss is ever like, hey, we're doing a deal with someone with French fries. Count me in. You
Please
know what I mean?
sign
Like,
me up,
stuff
please.
Like, you know.
Alexa crisp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good.
Let's
I think
go.
you need like a diners, drive-ins, and dives, but just French
Just
fries.
fries.
Potatoes.
Just
Yeah.
fries.
Well, that's why, like,
potatoes.
for our wedding, Ryan was like, what do you want for food? And I'm like, burgers and French fries. So we're doing like burgers and French fries. And then we're doing a bunch of food trucks, but one of them had to be burgers and French fries. It was going to be In-N-Out, but then we changed.
Are you guys doing like a whole non-traditional wedding? I feel like you guys-
Very non-traditional.
I love
Okay.
that.
There is a whole non-traditional aspect to it. So we have guys and girls in both of our wedding parties. We're not doing a cake. We're not doing anything really traditional at all. So just to kind of like set the mood. So I hope anyone that's coming to my wedding doesn't hear this because it's a surprise. But so
Surprise!
Surprise.
So
We're getting a scoop.
you come in and then there's going to be like a champagne welcome. There's going to be acoustic music, live acoustic music. And then when they walk down the aisle, the first people to walk down the aisle are actually handing out shots.
Okay.
Instead
Okay,
of
I
like,
like that.
you
It's
know,
lit.
yeah. And then they're all the wedding party's going to walk down to a Disney song because we love Disney. And then we're going to do the wedding in and out 15 minutes. We'll get you out of here, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'll even
That's
like
nice of you.
valet jog
That's
out
good.
down the aisle,
That's
you
nice
know,
of you.
like just get in and out. Then we're doing
Do
like
the actual Alexa Bliss entrance.
yeah, just like chilling
Just
down
run
the aisle.
down.
And then we're attending cocktail hour because we don't want to spend our reception just
Taking
thanking everyone
pictures?
for being there. Because like
Yeah.
everyone, we're doing pictures early in the morning. Because like everyone
Okay.
wants to see you there, see them there.
Oh,
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
everyone's like, oh, I'm here, I made it. Thank you for coming, blah, blah. So no,
Yeah.
we're going to attend cocktail hour.
That's usually when they're doing photos, right?
That's
Cocktails.
usually the photo.
Yeah.
Photos.
Yeah,
Unless you
yeah,
do
yeah,
like
yeah.
the first look.
It's always that weird, awkward, like
Yeah.
45 minutes. All right, what are we gonna do now? Just
Yeah.
drink, everybody, get drunk.
But then that's where we're having games. We're going to do like big size Connect Four,
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday
at
fun
its
day at the
finest.
wedding, yeah, for sure.
And then we have 2 DJs, food trucks. We have one that's like gastro where they like cook everything with a big blowtorch. And then we have
Where is this?
Yeah. Where's the wedding?
Where is this? Where is this?
It's at
field?
WrestleMania.
Like what's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah,
Where's
so-
this carnival ground?
Palm Desert, California.
Oh,
There
okay,
you go,
there you
yeah.
go.
And
Perfect.
then
Just
we're
a-
also gonna
before
have-
Coachella, you're just using the space.
yeah,
Okay.
90s 2000s cover band.
Come on.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Love that.
then yeah. Trying to think of what else. Oh, my fiance wanted to get like Taco Bell delivered at like midnight, but we'll figure that out.
I love Taco Bell.
Yeah.
More Del Taco, but Taco Bell's good. I like Taco
I've
Bell.
never had Del Taco.
You're Del Taco over Taco Bell?
Yeah, bro. Don't fucking look at me
You're
like that.
crazy.
There's a lot
Also,
of
Del Taco, fantastic French fries if you love French fries.
Really?
For a taco
I've
place,
never
they have
had
a
Del
very good
Taco.
burger
They're
and
crinkly.
fries.
They're crinkly.
Yeah, crinkle cut.
Crinkle cut.
Okay. There you go.
Del
New
Taco
fries.
over
She's always
Taco
looking for new
Bell.
fries to go
Always
to.
looking for new fries.
By the way, the wedding sounds incredible, and yes, we accept your invitation. Much appreciated. I'm the only one who's got married here, by the way. So I've been
Oh,
down the road.
congrats.
I've been down the planning
He's done
road of making all of these insane decisions and trying to make people happy and not make it suck. There's a lot of pressure. The last thing you want is to be like, sweating.
Yo, this wedding fucking sucks,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
This food's really bad. Or like, how's food? Oh, great, fantastic, perfect. Ugh,
Did you get the salmon or the chicken?
get the fish, trash.
Yeah, we didn't want to do any of that.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds
Luckily
terrible.
though, luckily Ryan's a planner. He's such a planner, and I'm just not.
I was the same way with my wedding, by the way.
Yeah, he's planned with my wedding planner the entire thing, and
Yeah.
I couldn't have asked for a better situation because I don't do well with planning. I think because of my life on the road,
Yeah.
everything's just on the fly, so
Right.
I don't do well with. I get overwhelmed. So
There's a lot of
he's
weird
taken
decisions.
all the pressure off of me, which is so nice and so thankful for that. And I haven't had to really plan anything, which is nice. He just asked because we have the same taste and everything. He's like, so what do you want? And I just tell him what I want. And he was like, cool, I'll get it done. And then just, I lucked out.
Do you have a normal
awesome.
wedding dress? It sounds like a non-normal wedding dress vibe.
Well, so yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I got a custom dress. And it was just so serendipitous too, because Ryan actually set me up with a designer to make my dress. And it was the designer that I already wanted to buy a dress from.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Just-
Perfect.
Yeah, coincidentally. And I was like,
Dialed
oh,
in.
perfect. And so I have a custom dress, and it's pretty traditional, but just over the top traditional. And then,
Everything else is just
And I'll be
wild.
slamming burgers
Yeah,
in
there you
30
go.
minutes.
yeah, well,
Love
that's what
that.
we're telling everyone. Wear something you can eat in and you can dance in, because
course.
we have a bunch of food and a bunch of dancing to be had
I like
Yeah.
it. It sounds like a
There it
blast,
is.
by the way. When's the wedding?
in April,
Okay.
April.
right after Mania,
There you go.
Right
Right, there you
after
go.
me.
right after
Okay,
WrestleMania.
perfect. Speaking of 90s and 2000s, can we talk about this Bowling for Soup song?
I love Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, we know.
Can we talk about this
I
song
love
and video? This is unbelievable. How did this happen?
So, okay. I love Bowling for Soup. They were my first concert I ever went to at the Ohio State Fair. love them, always have. And I, even when I was doing bodybuilding, like I always did my photo shoots in like Bowling for Soup t-shirts. And I just always loved Bowling for Soup. And so I did the WWE 2K video game interview, and they were like, who's your favorite band? Now, mind you, I think in my mind, I was supposed to say whoever was on the WWE soundtrack at the time. Hindsight being 2020, I think I was supposed to say Fall Out Boy, like the people that were on the thing. And I'm like, Bowling for Soup, Panic at the Disco. Like, these are my NSYNC.
Details.
Yeah. Looking back at it, that's probably why I didn't get invited to go the next year. But and then Jarrett's son was watching WWE at the time because Jarrett grew up, the lead singer, loved wrestling, loved WWE. And he caught wind that I said that, and he was like, oh, that's so cool. And he like tweeted me, like, he's like, never outgrow us, you know? And we just started like communicating that way. And I got him and his family tickets to, I think it was Royal Rumble or SummerSlam, something like that. Brought his son backstage, introduced him to like everyone, and they just had like such like a rad time. And I remember it was my birthday the next year. We just became friends after that, and he was like, hey, so because it's your birthday, I'm gonna send you a little project we've been working on, and it was the song.
Oh,
and I was like,
so
that
cool.
is so cool. Like my favorite band growing up. They were my first concert and my last concert I ever went to. I went to see them in Columbus in the basement 2 days before moving for WWE. Like that was like my last concert I went to, and I was like, cool, let's go. And they sent me the song. I cried ugly tears, and I was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me.
It's not like a video cameo. This is a full Alexa Bliss song.
Real song.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Crazy, right? And then I went to WWE, and I was like, this is so cool. And then they let me do the music video. And fun fact, like when I first met Ryan, one of the things we talked about was how we both knew Jarrett and just small world situation. And then I went and did the video, and it was Christmas Eve, and it was so fun. And yeah, it's just probably like one of the coolest things ever. Like, who gets to have their favorite band growing up have a song about them and to be in the music video?
Exactly.
And
Nobody does.
No one, right?
No one.
And I was
Not
this
many.
Is the
Not
coolest
many.
thing ever.
Yeah.
Like WWE is like blessed me with so many cool opportunities and like outside projects as well. Like this being one of them. Like this would have never happened if it wasn't for, that. And it's so cool.
That's rad.
It's just,
And Chris Provino.
yeah, angry.
Yeah.
Our guy.
I watched the music video before this, and the music video is so good.
It's so
The
funny. It's
music
like
video is
so
so
cheesy.
funny. It's so
like,
cheesy. It's so great.
Yeah.
And because it fits with the music video so well.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so good. I think that's hilarious. Like you said, most people get to do something with maybe their favorite artist or something, or meet them,
Right.
or maybe show up in something.
Let's take a picture.
Yeah.
There's a whole song about you.
Yeah, there's a whole song.
It's so cool.
good.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Or at least maybe even a one-liner in a song, like a reference.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like a quick
a lyric,
reference, which is
one
pretty
bar.
cool.
Yeah.
But like,
The whole song's
Yeah.
about you.
But there's like a whole thing.
right.
I love it.
It's so cool.
Is there anyone else that you've gotten to meet because of all of this that's just blown your mind
Oh, 100%.
outside of the WWE?
Yeah. A lot of people actually. I'm trying to think of who specifically I like freaked out. Oh, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Oh,
Freaked out over that
so
one.
good.
Yep, freaked out over that one.
Was it like at Hamilton, or like was it?
No, it was just because we both ended up finding out that we were just like fans of each other's work.
That's so cool.
It was so
That's
cool.
rad.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's cool. I've met a lot of people through Ryan
Right.
specifically. Like I remember I met Lance, and for some reason, the first thing that came to my mind to tell him
Do you know your
was,
Lance? Do you know your Lance?
Do you know your Lance?
Lance Bass.
Can you
So
imagine?
I told Lance, I was like, and then looking, I'm like the queen of like just like awkward word vomit, and then thinking back later, like probably shouldn't have said that.
Damn it.
So I told him,
That's not how it went in my head.
I know, I met him and I was like, hey, so I went to an NXT. I went to an NSYNC concert when I was 10, and I told you I loved you and you didn't say it back. That's what I said to Lance.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Now's
great-
your chance.
It's great to meet
Yeah.
you too,
You tell me.
Lexi.
And he goes, are
Sick.
you sure I didn't like wink at you or wave? I was like, you 100% didn't, but it's fine.
Just pissed
Pretty
off.
fucking positive,
Just
Lance.
pissed off.
Why would I ever?
Do you not
just,
remember
like-
me?
Yeah, I've been
No,
thinking about it
like-
for 20 years.
Yeah.
I love that.
How many people have you asked if they know that they are their own
I
selves?
love that question.
I think just Triple H.
Just Triple H.
I think
That's so good too.
First, like everyone else, I just tell awkward childhood stories. Like when I had Taylor Hanson do my podcast, and it was so cool, so awesome. And I was like, yeah, so I used to love Hanson. I remember my mom recorded over my Hanson video. She recorded Young and the Restless, and then I cried for like 3 days. And then I was like, but then when I grew up, everyone said I looked like a Hanson brother.
She's just in there like, sick.
Yeah, that's great.
Dope.
And he was like, I'm sure you did it. And I showed him the picture, and he goes, oh, wow.
Oh, kind of. Yeah,
He couldn't
I totally
argue
see
He
it.
was like, oh, wow.
We would have loved to have you in the band.
Yeah.
You could have been on the
Perfect fit.
keys.
By the way, what happened in that podcast? It's such a great premise.
It was so fun, right?
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun. I loved I didn't realize how hard podcasts are.
It's tough.
They're so
So many
tough.
people have said that. Yeah.
There's so much work. They are so tough. You have to constantly be on and ready and like have the next one ready. It's I think it was just one of those
Yes,
things
We
like
appreciate you
Yeah,
saying that. By the way.
thank
you.
That one
course.
hits
Give us credit,
close to
guys.
home.
I think personally it was just one of those things that like went away with COVID
Sure.
kind of a thing.
Got it.
Right.
But it was a lot of fun. You know, I got to talk to I 100% used the opportunity to talk to people who I've always wanted to talk to.
That's
For
what
sure,
it-
same thing.
what
That's
it
all
is.
we do it for.
Yeah, I was like, I really like, because even Ryan was like so helpful. He was like, who's your dream list of people? And I was like, well, let me tell you.
Yeah, I got a long one.
And
Yeah.
like, luckily he knew a lot of these people, and he was just like, oh yeah, cool. I'll just text him. I'm like,
Thank
Okay.
you.
but then he also embarrassed me every single time. Like anytime, like so when Taylor did my podcast, he was like, just so you know, she used to be in love with you. And I was like, hi, I'm Lexi. Nice to meet you. And then
Welcome.
that's when the awkward word vomit. And I was like, I actually used to look like a Hanson brother. And like, it was like just so awkward.
Your first impressions all sound amazing, by the way.
Oh, I
No, for
have
sure.
the worst first impressions.
Well, so,
Oh,
but-
and then like when I met Joey Fatone, right?
okay.
Ooh.
So he knows this story too. So I was deathly ill on a plane, right? Just for some reason. This was 4 years ago, maybe. So it was
Okay.
before, pandemic times. I'm pretty sure I had like bronchitis, like all these things. I'm coughing a whole flight from Orlando to LA, just coughing, hawking up along, just like mucus, like all the disgusting, like
4 hours, the people are like, what is going on in that
right.
row?
Who
Like,
is that?
I was literally like
Yeah.
dying on a flight. And I stand up to go to get my bag. We land in LA, and I stand up and I see Joey's hat. It says Fat Ones, and I sit back down and I just go, crap.
You just knew. You knew.
I knew it was Joey. I knew it was Joey. And I just like he stands up and just like nods and like keeps going. Somehow we end up in conversation. He's like, yeah, did you hear that person just like coughing and like hawking up on the flight? I was like, yeah, I hope I don't get sick from her.
Yeah, for sure. Deflect 100%.
Oh my god, I couldn't wait to get off that
They were
plane.
Yeah, I
right
couldn't wait
behind
to get
me.
off that plane. And then right when I met him again with Ryan, I was like, so I was the one that was like dying on the flight behind you. If I got you sick, I'm so sorry. It was just, I do not have good first impressions.
I like in the moment, they were behind me.
You
I
can't
felt
admit
that
it.
it was hot
You
behind
can't
my
admit
neck
it.
the whole time.
I was like, and especially my voice is all like hoarse. I'm like, yeah, totally.
That fucking asshole.
Who was that?
That's
Yeah.
sick.
I talked to United about this. Never flying them again.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
That's
do you-
good. That's funny because then you have your uncool stories from
100%.
from
Yeah.
everyone you meet.
I
and
was
then
the
you ask them.
weirdest person growing up. I have
Love it.
so many uncool stories. When all the girls were like into like fashion and like boys, I was wearing a Vote for Pedro shirt with one of those buckle bottle cap belts, tube socks, skirts, pigtails, like the whole like. I looked ridiculous every single day at school, but
Looking back,
just a
now.
big Napoleon Dynamite fan.
I know the dance.
Oh,
Did it for
thing?
The whole
did it
one?
for a
The whole
talent show.
thing?
Yep, and I did it for Halloween not too long ago. Not to brag.
No.
Um,
Did you really?
Yeah, Ryan and I dressed up as Napoleon and Kip. He pulls off a
Ooh.
great Kip.
By this is a great wedding trick, by the way. If the dance floor gets a little weird, say, "All right, cool, turn
Performance.
on
so
the
what
dance."
happened was we
Put
were
the song on.
we were at Butcher's Block that has great fries
Yeah.
in New Jersey.
sure it is.
Not
And it was
sponsored, but can
Halloween.
be sponsored. Hit her up.
100%.
Hit her
so
up.
good. And the whole crew was Napoleon Dynamite. We even had Tina the Llama. Like we had the whole crew. And I'm in the bathroom washing my hands because I just peed. And all of a sudden I hear the Napoleon Dynamite song come over the whole restaurant. And I
Rush
knew
out.
Ryan set that up.
Ugh,
So
this is not by accident.
I immediately, for some reason, my first instinct was to rush out of the bathroom and just start doing the dance. And then we have it on video too. So like
Yeah.
I provided the entertainment
Just
that
watching
night.
guys in the mirror goes, this is it.
I was like,
This
this
is
is
the
my
time. This is
moment.
the time.
This is the
it.
time.
Yeah.
It's just nice to know you have that in your back pocket
Like,
whenever
you
you
know when
need
like
it.
the stars align
Yeah.
and there's like that one moment where you know you're destined to be somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the moment. I was like, that my years of training
Yeah.
of learning that damn dance is paying off right this minute.
What everybody didn't see was her quick pace back and forth to get into character.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go! And then
Oh,
she
yeah.
jumped out there for
I
sure.
killed it.
I love it.
Nailed it.
I mean, there's never been something I want to see more in my entire life right now than this.
Yeah, hopefully it's on like
We're gonna
Instagram or
find
somewhere.
it.
We'll
We'll
figure
find it.
it out.
We'll find
I have the video. I'll show it to you.
We're gonna find.
I
No
also
big
feel
deal.
like this is definitely something you probably need to break off your bachelorette party here. in
Normally, I
Vegas.
break out more of like in sync dances.
Yeah, you got bye down.
Yeah, you know Darren's dance groups. Remember that?
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, own that VHS.
You're a big '90s, 2000s.
100%.
It was the best time.
Yeah.
You know, we're all,
This
we're
is
all
the time.
similar age. It was
Yeah.
the best
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
I don't have any current music on my phone. Everything is all 90s, 2000s, just
98 degrees.
98 degrees,
Who else you listen to?
O-Town, LFO.
LFO, let's
That's Summer Girls?
Oh,
That's
you
Summer
went,
Girls?
You went full '90s boy band vibes, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Teen Bop.
Yeah.
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 All the
now,
things.
now those are here. Was it Now I Call Hits or whatever?
Now, I
Wow.
just have
Now,
Now 3.
yeah,
Now 3
Yeah.
was my first Now.
Jock
And
Jams.
Now 3.
Now 3 was
Now
my
they're on
first
like
Now.
now
174.
a million. Yeah.
2K. Wow, 2K.
And it had like, I remember it had Barbie Girl on it, Carlos Santana. Who else? Song Sex and Candy.
Ooh, Marcy Playground vibe. Great.
Butterfly.
Oh!
Also a good one.
There's some 18-year-old out right now going, dude, what the hell are they talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is
That
the
hurts
older
my
Sorry,
demo.
guys. This is for us.
We need
It's
to
for
start a
us.
separate 90s,
hurts my
2000s
heart.
podcast.
Yeah.
That'd be a great podcast.
100%.
Just a great 90s, 2000s.
That's what our whole
story.
wedding is 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
I love this.
vibe.
Well, looks like we're gonna go and we're gonna commentate. We're gonna commentate your wedding, just like a full
Perfect.
WWE booth. We'll be there
Yeah.
live. By the way, that's fantastic. I love that. Speaking of other celebrities, what celebrity would make a great WWE character?
Ryan.
Ryan?
Ooh,
Let's go.
yeah.
I got him in the ring one time.
Oh, really?
And yeah, we were shooting like a fun little side project, and I was able to get him in the NXT ring. And he came out, he did a whole entrance. He wrote and played his own entrance music. But then took one move in the ring and was like, never again. But,
Yeah.
Not happening.
he was like, I don't know how you do this. But Ryan, 100%, he is such a personality. He's a ball of personality. Just exudes personality. Him,
That's awesome.
100%.
Sick.
I love. Okay, so can we hear the story? How did you and Ryan Cabrera meet and get engaged? How did this happen?
There was a rumor that we were dating, and we didn't know each other yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was
I guess
someone,
we're dating.
So,
Sick line. That's
that's
a sick
literally
line.
how it happened. It's a long story. I'll give the abridged version. So Ryan's whoever was running his social media, because Ryan's on Ms. and Mrs. because he's been best friends with Ms. since probably like 2004 ish.
Okay.
And so he's on Ms. and Mrs. He's a character on Ms. and Mrs. And whoever was running Ryan's social media, his Twitter at the time was like liking a bunch of my tweets, probably like to marry the bridge between Ms. and Mrs., Ryan, and WWE. So they were like liking a bunch of my tweets. And I remember getting all these notifications, and I still have the screen cap of it because I thought it was so funny. And I sent it to my best friend Kaylin, and I was like, "Calm down, Cabrera." Like,
Oh,
Like, it was
Hey, we
like-
get it, bro.
we
Cool.
get it,
like
bro.
I was like, "Why is he liking all my tweets?"
You got my
This is
attention.
So weird.
Yeah.
No, but
Were they
then,
new tweets or old tweets?
at the time they were just like I
Oh,
would
your
tweet
current
something
tweets?
and then like it, but it
Got
wasn't
it.
him. It was whoever's running his social
Right, right,
media.
right.
And
That's what he says. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but then you know, people saw that, and then people made these Instagrams of us together, like photoshopping pictures of us together, and then tagged everyone I followed, and then tagged everyone he followed. So
What?
then Miz saw it and calls Ryan and goes, "Hey, are you linked to Alexa Bliss?" And he goes, "What's that?" Because he didn't know what that was.
What's that is amazing.
Yeah, what's that?
What's that?
And then we ended up meeting through that. Very rocky first start. Just became friends at first, and then our schedules kept meeting up. After we first met, our schedules kept meeting up. We were in the same cities, like 7 cities in a row. And yeah, and then we became a couple, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just haven't looked back since. And then quarantine happened, and then all of a sudden we started dating for 5 years in a matter of
Right.
Yeah.
2 months.
Turned
yeah.
it up a notch.
Yeah.
2 years turned into 5 real fast.
Yeah, and yeah. Now we're engaged. Now we're getting married.
There we go.
So crazy.
That's
Who has
so crazy.
who has wilder fans, you or Ryan?
Oh, WWE fans are very passionate.
I love the word passionate.
They're passionate.
They're very
That's for
passionate.
So
sure.
passionate. Well, what's crazy too is so Ryan and I have actually been in the same place at the same time so many times and not knowing. So he goes to a lot of the WrestleManias because of Miz. So he had like videos of me on his phone. I was like, "That's me." He's like, "That's not you." And I was like, "That is me on your phone. That's me. That blonde right there. That's me." And then we both did. We were both, people think we met at the Fox blue carpet for when WWE went to Fox in LA, which is not true. There's actually a picture of us. He did a blue carpet with Miz, and 2 people over is me and Nikki Cross, but we never met each other yet. So there's pictures of us being in the same exact area.
That's crazy.
Not knowing who each other is, and we happened to meet like a month later.
Wow.
But yeah, but
Meant
Miz
to be.
still takes all the credit. Miz takes all the credit. He was like, without me,
Yeah. The
you
stars are
guys
aligned, but
would
it's
not know each other. Which I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Miz is hilarious, by the way.
He's the best.
Such a character,
Yeah,
too.
he's such a character. His show is great.
Oh, he's amazing. He's one of the groomsmen as well.
Oh, is he really?
Oh, wow.
Let's
He's
go.
got a squad over there.
Yeah, Ryan did his first song at his wedding
Oh,
to
sick.
Maurice.
Wow, the world is really small between
It's so small.
your guys' circles. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Going back to WWE real quick. When you said about WWE 2K,
Yes.
what is it like seeing yourself in a video game?
Oh, it's so cool. Seeing myself as a video game, as an action figure, as a Barbie doll, which I told my first grade teacher when I was little. Just a little side story. I told her, she's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I was like, I want to be a Barbie doll. She was like, well, you can be like Barbie and have all these aspirations for careers, but you can't be a Barbie doll.
Want to see a magic trick?
Look at me now.
Yeah.
So when I first got my Barbie doll, I tweeted out to my first grade teacher. I was like, yo.
You won't
Did you
believe
really?
this
100%.
shit.
I was
love
like,
it.
remember when you said I couldn't?
Ooh.
No, but it's so cool. I would never in a million years did I ever think I would be an action figure or on a poster even or a video game. And
Right.
it's so cool, you know, and like I don't have any siblings, so Ryan has, you know, niece and nephew, so it's like cool that they talk about like the video games, you know, and so I was just like, this is so cool. Like
I can only imagine
Pretty cool.
playing yourself in a video game. Like,
It's
just,
immortalized.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate pinnacle of.
I just want to hear a story of Ryan coming home and you're just on the couch just playing as yourself on WWE 2K.
well, I will say though, the video game is makes me a lot more athletic than I really am.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say
Your
that.
rankings are super high.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can do a lot more
Do your
in the ring
rankings-
on the video game.
Do your rankings matter to you on the video game?
No.
No. Okay.
I just like the graphics. Like I look at
All
like the
of-
graphics.
all of the
like, do I
football-
look scary?
The Madden
The
ratings.
Madden
are
ratings,
serious.
all the
Yeah.
football players, it matters to them.
Yeah.
For sure. I am not a 79, whatever it is.
Right, whatever it may be.
97. All right,
So I
calm
found
down.
myself recently not being concerned with my rating, but when I saw other people's ratings, I was like, oh, they 100% need to be higher. Like I found like I felt that
Judging
for
it.
other people. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
not for me, but for like other people. Like me, I get it. You know, I'm not the most athletic person in the ring,
What
but
are you talking
you know,
about?
I'll make you feel something at some point. You know, like I don't do all the moves, but I will make you feel something.
I don't know. The Alexa Bliss trademarked French fry diet is going to go viral.
Yeah.
Guys, this is the secret.
Yeah.
It's
Just
the
French
secret.
fries.
French fries,
It's
man.
the Ocho Cinco diet.
Yeah, right. He does nothing. He just does
does
whatever he
nothing.
wants.
Yeah.
If you had to choose a tag team partner from outside the WWE, not Ryan, who would
Right.
it be?
Um.
Who you bringing into the fold?
Ooh. I feel like I don't know what it is, but I feel like it'd be so fun to be a tag team with like Eminem
Eminem.
I love
that's
that.
lit.
Okay.
Yeah.
or like Ice Cube because I love rap. I grew up on rap, love rap.
We all
Okay.
love gangster rap as
Yeah,
well.
there you
Yeah.
go.
sure.
Yeah, I love it's my go-to karaoke.
Okay.
We
Okay.
had a Sunday fun day, and you know I was hanging out rapping some NWA, and my friend came up and he was gonna try to help me, and he turned around and saw there was no lyrics on the screen. He goes, "There's no words," and so
Okay.
he sat back down.
Okay,
But,
so
like,
Wow.
life or death situation, if someone's playing a karaoke song and you have to sing it word for word or you die,
Which
what
is-
song are you picking?
Ooh. Anything Eminem.
Really?
Just going
Anything
all
Eminem.
love it.
Anything NWA. Cardi B.
Okay.
Whoa.
Ludacris recently. So what happened? This is a fun story. So recently we were at an event, a very nice golf event, and the performer had ended up getting COVID, unfortunately, and not able to perform.
Okay.
So they asked Ryan, they're like, hey, would you be able to step up and do a couple songs? He's like, 100%. After that, they did a open mic. For some reason, in my mind, after a couple drinks of vodka, I thought, you know what these people really need? They need some Ludacris. So I get up on a stage in front of people I don't know, and I full on rap Ludacris stand up, and I have like 3 people behind me as my hype people doing the stand up. Yeah.
Luda.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a real Ludacris story, but her,
It was you being
her
Ludacris.
performing Ludacris
Yeah.
at a golf tournament.
Cadillac
That
drift.
was me, yeah.
How was the standing ovation?
Oh my God. People were like, you killed it. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
I know.
I know all the
This is
fucking
what I
words.
do.
I'm here. I also got a dance move.
But here's why you need someone like Eminem, Ice Cube as your tag partner, right? Because they can talk so much crap.
Yeah.
They're so good on the mic.
best.
So good.
That's the character right there. That's how you get people invested. That's your person.
I feel like Ice Cube is actually pretty realistic to make happen. Not gonna lie.
yeah, for sure.
I feel like Ice Cube's like a couple phone calls away.
If I ever met, I would die. If I ever met him
He's
or
gonna
him,
be
I
here
would
in-
die.
Ice Cube's performing at Mandalay Bay in
With
May.
Snoop Dogg, yeah.
With
Yeah.
Snoop.
Well, I'm not here.
We can invite you. Get back here.
If
How
you wanna
crazy
come,
is
we
the
got you.
WWE schedule?
Yeah, right.
Ice
But
Cube,
yeah,
we have a very
that's-
important offer to present you.
That's who you have. You have someone like Cardi B. You have someone who can like talk crap. Someone like
Rile it up.
Eminem who can just like blurt it out. You know, that's
Cardi
how
B's
you
attitude would be
build.
perfect.
That's how you build a WrestleMania match. You know what I mean? It's all the talking.
The shit talking.
Yeah, love
This
it.
is going to someone WWE creative controls. This is genius right here.
Yeah,
Like she's got it.
They're taking that. They're going, all right, we got this. We
Eminem,
got you.
Ice Cube,
Yeah,
Cardi
for
B,
sure, for sure.
solid list.
That's how you do it.
Before we end the show, do you want to tell us any other times you performed songs for crowds and got standing ovations? I mean, as long as
That's really it.
that's
to be
just
honest.
Ludacris and
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, because Ryan knows too that like that's my jam, especially if I've had some liquid courage.
Okay.
So he DJs a lot. So he does. He DJs in New York and everywhere in Florida, like all these places. And so he does a 90s 2000 set, and then he'll like throw on a rap song just to specifically watch me from the booth.
Yeah,
Just to see where you're just.
Oh, and I'm just always like just getting after it.
she's sitting there on the phone, and he goes,
you know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just that's my jam. I love it. My parents had me in high school, so I grew up on their music.
We feel that.
So it's great.
We
So the
100%
Super Bowl
feel that.
this year, the halftime.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god,
the best show
in the
ever.
world.
Oh,
By far.
everyone knew not to talk to me during
Yeah.
Super Bowl, like halftime show. That was it. And Ryan was like, "Do not talk to her. Let her have her moment."
Did it
this
exceed
was
your
like-
expectations?
It was amazing.
It was the best, right?
Did you
The
see?
best.
Did you see all those videos though that were like people in their 30s were always like, oh, thank God they didn't do a halftime show for old people this year, and then they're like,
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
that's
Wait,
us.
we're
Oh,
all.
no!
God damn.
That's
Oh,
us.
no!
That's us.
I like there was a meme that says all these kids need to turn on the Super Bowl halftime show and find out who their parents really are
yeah,
and like who they're really messing with.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
they're just going nuts, doing the sea walk across the screen.
I wish Eminem had a little bit more time,
Yeah,
but
I know.
I'll let that
They
go.
squeeze a lot in there. The 50 Cent was a good surprise though.
Yeah,
yeah. Anderson .Paak was on the drums. I didn't even know he was.
sick.
Yeah, he was on
gonna
the drums.
perform. It
Super
was
sick.
cool.
it's cool, right?
Yeah.
That was good. We need maybe you get a little halftime show vibe one day. Super Bowl, a little WWE
You know?
NFL like collab. Will we ever see?
Entertainment ever falls through. I got
Right?
you.
Will we ever see Alexa Bliss on the movie screen someday? Is that an aspiration?
I would love to do something,
Okay.
movie wise, television show wise. I did a fun spot on Punky Brewster, and it was probably one of the most fun things I've ever done. I
Really?
love acting. I love performing. I love being able to get myself in a different character mindset. So yeah, that's definitely something I would absolutely love to do if the opportunity ever, arose and I was able to do that along with WWE. 100%.
That's
Well, you
sick.
could be a professional podcast guest. You killed it today.
Oh, thank you.
Really
This
good.
is
Crushing
fun.
it.
Really
Is this
fucking
your
good.
favorite
It was my
podcast
coffee.
you've ever done?
It was.
Okay.
Yes,
you go.
there we go.
It was the
Was
coffee.
my favorite
was the
podcast
coffee.
I've ever done.
There you
was
go.
awesome.
Clip that right there. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Thank
as
you.
always. Guys, go check Lexi and everything that she does. If you don't already follow her, which you probably already do,
For sure.
you know where to go. Alexa Bliss, thank you. At the Residency Pod, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.